Hello everyone, myself Shailesh Rahane and I welcome you all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. Today, in this session, we are going to learn lesson number 1, that is creating HTML forms using Composer. This chapter is divided in two sessions, that is HTML forms and Composer. As a board point of view, this chapter coming in theory 8 marks and practical 7 marks. So let's begin. First, what is the form? Form in HTML is a container used to collect different kinds of input from the user. Now, container, it means one kind of bowl is there which have different types of information. Forms are used to accept the data over the web. It allows for more interactivity and control in data entry. HTML form contains following elements like label, text, password, text area, radio button, checkbox, drop-down list, drop-down menu, list box, submit button, reset button. So these all elements we are going to learn in detail. So elements used to create HTML forms, which 4 elements we are going to use, that mentioned here. Form elements used and described in the first section. That is, the first element is the form element, which is known as container tag, because here the form have starting point and ending point. So that's why it's called a container tag. Our second element is input element, which consider text, password and checkbox. Input tag means if you want to insert text in the form, then we have to use input form. Our next element is text area. Text area also we known as container tag, because text area have starting point and ending point. Our fourth element is select and option. Select and option, we can say it's a drop down list or selection menu. So students, keep in mind these are 4 elements in HTML forms. So let's begin with the first element. The first element is the form element. Form element is used to create an HTML form. So whenever we want to create form in HTML, we have to use the form element, which have starting tag and ending, starting point and ending point. This tag is used to create an HTML form. Form element uses 2 attributes, that is action and attribute. Student, there are total 4 elements. You already seen that: form, input, text area, select and option. But in form element, again there are 2 attributes, action and method attribute. So first we are learning about action and method attribute. The meaning of method is both are using for sending data, but meaning of action attribute is specify where to send data. If you want to send the data, then we use HTTP method. HTTP, it means hypertext transfer protocol. But here the in action attribute, whenever you are sending data, it's take a file name as a value. And in method attribute, it can take 2 values, that is get and post. Now the get and post both are using for sending data. Here remember one thing, that is get method retrieves the data from the form and send it to the server by attaching it at end of URL. URL full form, Uniform Resource Locator. It allows only a limited amount of information. So whenever we are sending the data using get method, we have limited information, we have length restriction. Using get, requests are only used to request data, means whatever information we are sending, we cannot modify it. Get requests remain in the browser history. So whatever data we are sending, it's stored in our browser. So whenever we want that, again we can check it. The default values for method attribute is get. So our next slide is post method. Post method, data is sent as a block through the HTTP transaction. I already told you HTTP, it means Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and the full form of post is Power on Self Test. I repeat, the full form of post is Power on Self Test. Post requests do not remain in the browser history. It means whenever we want the data back, we cannot get it from the browser history. Post does not have restriction on data length. It means we can send unlimited information to the page. So our next element is input element. Input elements like text box, password, checkbox, it's called input elements. Why? Because in this we are writing the text, we are writing the number, that's why it's called input elements. So input tag also we known as a container tag or empty tag. Here you can see that input tag have starting point, ending point. We can use this way, or input tag we can use as an empty element also. So is used to implement input element. Input tag has a different attribute: type, name, value. Student, whenever we want to declare the input element which have three attributes, it's called type, name and value. Now type attribute specifies the field. It means the which kind of element we are going to use. It's a text box, password, checkbox or radio button. Our second element, our second attribute is the name. Attribute specifies the name to be used for the field. Means what is the name of that text box or radio button or checkbox. Like example, suppose if I am using gender, there is the radio button, male or female, but the radio button name is the gender. The third one is the value. Value attribute specifies the default value of the field. So value, it means suppose in radio button there is the value, we can consider male or female, that is the value. Our next topic, various input elements created using type attribute of input tag. So our first input element is text box. It is used in the form to enter text. Whatever text we want to enter in the text box, for that we are using text box. A user can enter any data of his choice in the text field. It doesn't mean that we have to write only the first name or last name. Whatever data user want to write, he can write in the text box. Anyway, these all things you already learn in 9th and 10th standard, but we are going to see in detail. So the next topic is the password. Password field is used to enter password. Password field is similar to the text field. The characters type in the password field are not displayed to the user. Means the password, whatever user are entering the password, it's not able to see by other user, not able to see the other user. Why? It's maybe in coming in dot or asterisk format, and it's we have to keep the security because it's a password. That's why the password fields containing similar text field, but it's do not display the user. The third one is the radio button. It is used to select only one item from the given group of item in the form to enter text. Student, here given group of item, it means suppose there is the gender. Gender is the group of item. Inside gender, there is the male or female, but you are going to select only one, and that facility is provided radio button only. So here specific radio button can appear as a selected by default by using check attribute. It means whenever you want to select the field, we have to check the round circle radio button. The next is the checkbox. checkbox is used to select one or more item from the given group of item in the form. On selecting a checkbox, a tick mark appear in the square. So students, here main difference is in radio button there is the circle, but in checkbox there is the square. So we can see the difference also between radio button and checkbox. Here radio button it is used to select one option from the group of item. It means there is only one choice. You cannot select at a time multiple option. You can select only one option. That's why it's defined initially selected. It means by default if you want to set the option you can define it initially selected. But in checkbox it is used to select more than one option from the group of item. It's written mistakenly group. It's a from the group of item. It's also initially checked. So here in MCQ board exam it's asking in radio button the option is coming initially selected, but for checkbox its option is initially checked. So keep in mind student, for board point of view this may be asked in board exam. Next topic is submit button or and reset button. Submit button it is used to send the values of data enter in the form. User can click submit button to send the values of data to the server. So whatever information we want to send to the server by using submit button we can send to the server. Reset button. Reset button is used by user to replace the data value enter in the form by its default value or by blank space. So student, what is reset button actually? The information you fill in the form, but if sometimes it may be the wrong, then again you can reset it and you can fill it and you can submit it. So this is the difference between the submit and reset button. Our next element, that is text area element. Text area element we can mention this way. It allows multiple line input. It means if we want to example like if we want to enter the address, that time we cannot use text box, so you can prefer text box. Text area allows entering unlimited number of character. Text area allows unlimited number of character. There is no limit. Can be used to comment, report or a long description of a product. And in Composer if you want the text area option, so you have to go to insert menu, form and text area. The size of text area specified using rows and columns. The HTML language columns is known as cols. So keep in mind, maybe asked in MCQ. So what is row? It is used to visible text without scrolling up and down. That is called row. We cannot scroll it up and down. And columns, it is used to visible text without scrolling right or left. So we cannot scroll it right to left. What is the difference between text and text area? Text, it is used to enter a single line input. It is used to enter limited character. But in text area, it is used to enter multi-line input. It is used to enter unlimited characters. Our next element is select an optional element. We can say it's a drop down menu also or list box also. It is used to create a drop down list or menu in a form. Whenever we want to create drop down menu, there is the select option used to create drop down list or pull down list in a form. In MCQ it's asking what is the other option for drop down, so it's known as pull down. And inside select there is the option tag we have to use to specify the value that are to be displayed in the menu. I am giving here one example. Suppose if you want to create the city list in drop down menu, so in select option you have to mention the option is city, the select is city and option is Vapi, Daman, Silvassa, Surat, Ahmedabad. Like that you have to make a drop down list. Now in Composer you have to go to the menu, insert menu, form and selection list. And there is one more button, that is add option. So student, this option is used to enter various value in the drop down or pull down menu. Means using this option field you can write at a time one value, but suppose in city list you want to add 10 cities or 20 cities, that time you have to use the add option button. There are two ways student to create the form, by design and by coding. So this is the way where we have to use design way. The add option, there is the button, you can click and you can add the cities. And the by coding you have to write option tag multiple times, and inside this option tag you can write here Vapi, Daman, Silvassa, Vadodara, Ahmedabad, like that. Our next topic is use of IDE to create form. IDE, it means Integrated Development Environment, and IDE is a software application that provides complete facility to programmer to develop software. It means suppose the composer is a one kind of a IDE. It's provide the programmer to write coding properly, develop it properly in software. Provides a GUI text editor. GUI, it means students graphical user interface, compiler or interpreter, and debugger. Example of open source IDE is Composer, Eclipse, JBuilder, NetBeans. Keep in mind students, this ask in maybe board exam, what is the open source IDE? That is Composer, Eclipse, JBuilder, NetBeans. These all are the open source IDE, but Notepad is not an open source IDE. Then next, the full form of IDE, Integrated Development Environment. CUI, Character User Interface. GUI, Graphical User Interface. So keep in mind, this may be asking board exam. Thank you so much students. In the next section we are going to see in detail about the form. I will explain practically. Thank you. Next topic.